Finally, I get a chance to review my car. I've had a lot of stuff happen in the last couple weeks, but all is good. This is a 2025 Corvette Z06 3LZ. Now, I have to give a special shout out to Jerry Seiner Chevrolet. If you are in the market for a Corvette Stingray Z06 E-Ray ZR1, they're very thorough. They take care of you 100%. Give them a look up. Let's go ahead and check out my window sticker so you guys see all the options and features that I chose. At the very top is the description with the color. So I went with the Seawolf Gray Tri-Coat, jet black interior. And then this is a short listing of the standard equipment on the car. Base price comes in at $125,650. And then here are all the options. So carbon fiber aero with the visible carbon fiber, high wing dive planes, ground effects. Unfortunately, I tried to get them to take this off that gas guzzler tax, but they don't do that, so I'm just kidding. I knew that. Front lift is $25.95. The paint was $9.95. I went with the black spider wheels. They do come standard with spider wheels and alloy. Yellow painted brake calipers were $6.95. I did the stealth interior trim package for $5.95. Competition sport bucket seats. Yellow custom leather stitching. Contoured liner protection, which is the all-weather floor mats. And exhaust tips for $3.95 to put them in black. Black lug nuts. Dark stealth cross flags, which I'll show you on the outside. Carbon flash metallic painted outside mirrors. And I did add the engine lighting, battery protection, lastly the engine specification plat 2. So in total, $22,175 in options. Destination was $16.95 with a total price of $149,520. Originally I was supposed to get a 1LZ, but the one reason I skipped that trim was because I wanted the front lift, because I'm more than likely going to lower this car. Every car I've ever owned that was a sports car, I lowered it. So it's probably going to happen to this one too. I don't know. And yeah, I wanted the front lift just for that very reason. Now you guys can see on the front end, you do have the cameras. This was something else not available for the 1LZ, so it was easy for me to jump up to this trim. Here are some of my options. So I did the blackout for the Corvette logo. You have the exposed carbon fiber. And if you want to pop the front, there is a button right here. And it takes it a few seconds. And then it beeps to let you know you can open it. And you have a 12-volt power plug. This is for, I believe, the trickle charger though. And they do give you this net here. I do run some Lucas. Whenever I get a new car, I always run Lucas on every fill up until about 500 miles typically. Your washer fluid is right there. This does have soft close on the front end. And it just pulls it in. My Audi R8 did not have that, guys. Very shocking. But check out how meaty these tires are too. You can't really see the suspension, but double wishbone, aluminum upper and lower control arms, coilover setup. And yeah, these are the Michelin tires. Pilot Sport 4S. These are summer tires. I've been driving these in 30-degree weather and they do skid. Like, so when you turn, when they're really cold, they skid a little bit. So it's a little nerve-wracking, but you know, if you take it easy, they're pretty good tires for even low temperatures. So this is a 275/30/20 tire. So obviously 20-inch wheel. These are the spiders. I did the black lug nuts. I wish I could have upgraded these to the same on the front end of the car basically. I did the yellow calipers. And they don't put a fabric material for the liner, which I would like to see, because as you know, these tires pick up a lot of rocks and you can hear them kicking up inside of here. But more carbon fiber, a part of that aero kit. Black painted or carbon flash painted mirror caps, which match this. You can get this in carbon fiber, but it's super expensive. And then here's one of your radiators. The Z06 badge is blacked out. That comes standard. And here's where we're gonna fill up at 18.5 gallon fuel tank. And then here's a side view of the car too. There are turn signals on the mirrors. You have to get low every time. But yeah, this car looks so good. Now out back, you're gonna have a 21-inch wheel, and these are gonna be 345, 25. So this is the widest tire I've ever had on any car. The R8 that I had 305s on it. My Charger Hellcat had 305s on it too. But yeah, so you can see your parking brake, and then more yellow calipers. They do add the fabric material back here, but not up front. I don't know why they did that. I would like to see them upgrade that in the future, because like I said, those rocks, because of how sticky these tires are, you hear that every time you pick them up. And there's a lot of construction going on around my house. Now, I didn't get the convertible because I wanted that view. I may, if I keep this car, because I get tired of stuff really quickly, and then I get tired of paying for it, so then I just sell it. I may get that intake painted yellow to match the other yellow accents around the car. But yeah, check out that high wing. It says carbon arrow on the side here. And then here's that rear. One thing I love about the back is how wide those tires are. Unfortunately, you won't be able to see it. If I remember, I'll switch it around and show you in the sun. But yeah, it looks so good. Backup cameras right here. You also have a camera for the rearview mirror right there. More blackout for the emblems, and great storage. This car is a traveling car for sure. Wifey can get all her luggage in here, and then you'll just have the frunk. But yeah, there it is. Now that $95 plaque is right there. And you guys see the horsepower and torque. Has 12.5 to 1 compression. Has the Tremec 8-speed transmission. The only thing I don't like about this engine that I like about the LT, is it the LT7 I believe? This is the LT6. Is that engine is port and direct injection. This one's only direct injection. And I'm not sure why they did that. I would have thought they would have done both, but hey, it is what it is. You guys can see the active suspension on this car too. Now you guys probably noticed I did not get the carbon ceramic brakes, and if I can go back and do it all over again, I would have just got those, guys. That was a big mistake on my part. I should have just got them. And you guys see the black exhaust tips. You can probably see how wide the tires are right there, kinda. But yeah, all in all, really nice build. I'm really happy with it. The only thing I wish I would have got was the carbon ceramic brakes. That's it. There it is. Those are some fat tires, and I'm pretty sure you can get some wider ones on here too. And I didn't point it out, but you do have a little bit of protection. You see how you have a little lip there, so you will scuff the wheels for sure, but there is a little bit of a lip on those tires. But let's go ahead and jump into the interior. Black. I did the stealth package on all the trim. So originally all this would be in bright silver, aluminum, and if you get black interior, you might as well just get it all blacked out. I think it looks better this way. All this is wrapped in leather, which is nice. A little bit of fabric material right there. You can see my firearm in the door. Seat memories, auto up and down windows, power folding, outside mirrors. You have a Z06 badge. You can get this in carbon fiber. I skipped it. It was too expensive for me. There's a lot of carbon fiber that you can get on this car. It's expensive though. But yeah, you have more of that stealth right here. A little bit of aluminum. If you get the carbon fiber level 2, this would become carbon fiber. But see the steering wheel? You cannot get that in other trims. And these are the upgraded seats. So those seats were, I believe they're $500. Yeah, these were 500 bucks. But you do have adjustments for the bolstering. You do have leather in the centers. Now you see on the side here, you do have some fabric, even right here. And I'm happy that they did that, because if this was all leather, this would get beaten up and it would look ugly over time. So fabric's gonna last a little bit longer in terms of like the quality of it. Leather's just gonna break down. I mean, you can even see a little bit of a wrinkle already right there. That's why I try not to squish down on this part of the seat, because it'll look bad over time. But there's more carbon fiber right there. I had to have these seats. If you're a little bit bigger person, you may not find these comfortable though, just being honest. More carbon fiber on the paddle shifters. That's standard. I added no carbon fiber for the interior because it's just too expensive. I was gonna do level 1, but then I skipped it because I figured if I was gonna add that, I'd rather just do the carbon ceramic brakes. And of course, it's a totally different price point. But again, you know, I just wanted to try to keep the price down as much as I can. My price point was $150 and under. That was it. All with the floor mats, heads-up display controls right there. And yeah, let's go ahead and step in. You do have the suede on the roof, pillars, and even out back. And I will do a comparison with the 2LZ, so be sure to check out the video. Now, as far as the car goes, I think that Chevy has done a great job with this one. I think that with the amount of features that you get and really just the overall fit and finish of this interior, it's way better than a lot of the exotic cars from Italy and Germany for sure. But yeah, I have my RPMs numerically. I like that so much better. And I keep it on this track mode screen. This is my favorite. Also, you have heads-up display up there too. You have that 4K camera for this rearview mirror. I have noticed that my lane keep assist, it only worked one time, and then after that it stopped working. So it just says it's not available. Not sure why that is. And right here you have your front lift, traction control can be disabled, and you have your front cameras. So this is my favorite camera view right here, especially having this one too, like for full. Yeah, that's really nice that they give these to you. And this gives you more of like a wider angle. This one's a little bit more zoomed in. This does have dual climate control. Heated ventilated seats come standard with the 2L and 3L. I know some people don't like this. I'm not a fan of it either, I'll be honest. Like, it definitely is a lot to learn. Like, it took me a while to figure out what button was which, for sure. Cup holders right there. And you have this velvet material. You have a Type A, Type C USB. I will admit, my wife had to teach me about my car because whenever I buy something, I don't want the dealership to teach me anything. I want to learn it all myself. I said, man, this car doesn't have a wireless charger. Like, what the heck? The wireless charger is back there, so I had to, you know, put my foot in my mouth. There's a speaker right there. And on this side, you can see the dash has leather. Stitching is finished in the yellow. More of that stealth. And even the glove box here is wrapped in leather too. So they did a good job. Like I said, overall, with this interior, the fit and finish, it's really a nice car. By the way, home link is right there, and you have that stitch pattern on the roof. So yes, as I said, in the next video I do, I'm gonna show you guys the difference between a 2LZ and 3LZ. It's gonna be a good video. I think a lot of people who are looking to order these cars, I know a lot of people want to try to save the money and get the 2LZ so that you can get more options, and I don't blame you. Like, that's what I was going to do. I was going to get a 1LZ base originally, but then I saw what I was missing, and then I decided to go up to a 2L, and then from the 2L I decided, man, it's not much more money than the 3LZ. Let's go ahead and check out the numbers on the door now, pretty much in the video. So your axle ratings up front are going to be 1,702 pounds. The rear is 2,520. And gross vehicle weight rating is 4,223 pounds. And here's how much capacity this car has. So if you and your wife are 200 pounds, you only have 23 pounds extra, just saying. And then they say run the tire pressure around 30 PSI. So how much does this car weigh on the curb? 3,800 pounds. So this car wet, 3,800 pounds. So it's not a lightweight car at all. But I do like it. I think that when it comes down to American cars, they have really come a long way. I mean, back in the day, Corvettes never had the greatest interior, but they always sounded great. They always had a great look. But this car has the whole package. It has that exotic look. It has the great interior design, and now it has that flat plane crank, which makes it sound like a Ferrari. And on that note, that's how I'm going to end the video. See you guys soon.